Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to race day preview. Before I begin, I just want to say thanks to all my supporters over the years, and I'm looking forward to continue to analyze and to give you more winners for 2026 and beyond. We have some nice outsiders last year. Some persons became millionaire by listening to this program, and as such, I will continue in that same frame of mind. So I'm just gonna ask you to continue to support this channel, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. So let's jump into race one for the new year. It's a Mackay security sprint, 3.5 furlong, 14 declared. Very naughty race, so you have to take more than one choice in this race. I'm looking for some horses that have been lurking in each race, because last year there were some horses that were lurking and I sometimes tend to leave them off or not include them in my tips. So for the new year, I'm going to look for some horse that has been lurking and I'm going to include them in my bet. I'm going to narrow this race down to 4. However, it doesn't confine to these 4. So if there's anything that you like, you can also add to your bet. I'm going to go with 10 Pip, 11 Storm Valley, 12 Nothing But Trouble, 13 Nina Dorada. Pip, very consistent at this level. This horse very fit. 3.5 furlong should be the right trip for Pip. Has some speed, have pace. Philip Parchment, you know, is a very strong rider. Pip should be at least in the top 3. The final drive to the wire. 11 Storm Valley. This horse usually runs well when fresh. Coming off a little layoff. Tevin Foster picks up the ride. Has back class. Has speed. Can't underestimate Storm Valley. This one should be right there also. 12 Nothing But Trouble. This is the lurking horse. This is one of the horses that has been lurking. Very fit right now. Very consistent at this level. Tajay Suku calls up to do duties. I think Nothing But Trouble is the one they will all have to beat. Although, as I said, this race doesn't confine to these 4. 13, Nina Dorada, very speedy. Has some issues though. But the fact that they have called for Radish Roman to ride this one, you can't underestimate Nina Dorada coming from post position 13. I'm going to take horse number 12, Nothing But Trouble, the lurking horse, to get the better of horse number 10, Pip. For third, 13, Nina Dorada. And for fourth, horse number 11, Storm Valley. Look for a good run from horse number 9, Sir Ganga Jamuna. And on the outside, number 14, Time to Say Goodbye. Just a little correction for the first. I should have said horse number 13, Nothing But Trouble, to get the better of horse number 11, Pip. Then for third, number 14, Nina Dorado. And for fourth, number 12, Storm Valley. Good run is expected from horse number 10, Sir Ganga Jomano, and number 15, Time to Say Goodbye. Race 2 is a claiming event, 1.5 million down to 1.2, 7 furlong, 10 declared, very competitive race. I'm going to go with 5 of them. 1, Easy Peasy. 2, Whiskey. 7, Bob the Builder. 8, Further and Beyond. 9, Here Comes Doc. Easy peasy. This horse is very fit. I think won his last 2 races. Devin Foster now picks up the ride. Look easy peasy. Down to this level. Should be fighting all the way. 7 Furlong is just about the right trip for easy peasy. And fit horse win races. So you can't underestimate this one horse. 2, Whiskey. This horse totally change up horse now. Beaten by some useful horses in the last 2 races. Ridgeline was one of them. 7 Furlong will enjoy this trip. Watch out for Whiskey. The champion is on board. Should be right there. Also, 7 Bob the Builder. This horse came out as a classic contender. Ran some good races leading up to the classics, but has been off colors for a while now. Down to claiming company, I think Bob the Builder should enjoy 7 Furlong and should have a shot in this type of race. 8, Further and Beyond. This is the lurking horse. Race amongst much better horses. Has back class. Due for a win now. Watch out for Further and Beyond. Didn't do bad than last. Run wide, coming around the bend and blow his chances. So, the much better run this time. Further and Beyond should be right there. 9, Here Comes Doc. This horse has been improving each and every run. This could be the outsider of the party. And as such, I'm willing to give this one a chance of winning this race. Also, I'm going to take horse number 7, Bob the Builder, to get the better of number 8, Further and Beyond, who is the lurking horse. For 3rd, Whiskey, number 2. For 4th, 1, fit looking easy peasy. Rounded off 5th, number 9, Here Comes Doc, who I said could be the outsider of the party. Race 3, the New Year's Day trophy. 6.5 furlong, field of 6 declared. I'm going to go with 3 of them. 1, Papi Uso. 3, Thousand Treasures. 5, Midnight Runner. Papi Uso won and last with Day Nelson, beating stable companion. Can't remember the name of that horse. But the horse came back and win on last though. However, Papi Uso won like a out of class horse on that day. So once Papi Uso continues to improve, should be able to put up a fight in this kind of race. Going 6.5 is just about the right trip for Papi Uso. 3, Thousand Treasure. This is the lurking horse in this race. Race amongst far better horses than these. And as such, I'm willing to give Thousand Treasures a first-rate chance. Dane Dawkins calls up to do duties now. 5, Midnight Runner. This one is getting fitter and fitter with each run. They beat a Harvey. Stick with this one. An improved run is expected from Midnight Runner and is good enough to win this race. I'm going to take horse number 3, Thousand Treasures, Dane Dawkins, to get the better of the improving horse number 1, Papi Uso, and for 3rd, horse number 5, Midnight Runner. Can go either way, but I'm going to stick with the lurking horse, Thousand Treasure. Race 4, 4 years and up, imported 4 years and up, 5 furlong straight, 7 declared. This is a very tricky race, but I think horse number 7, Rico, stands out for me. So I'm going to look 3 or 4 other horses to fit in my exact trifecta spot. So 1, Miss Grove. 3, Almastelis. 5, Global Pursuit. 6, Enthusiasm. 7, Rico. Miss Groove, very fit right now. This is the lurking horse in this race. Race amongst some useful colts. Coming over the straight now, although coming from post position 1. But I think Miss Groove should be right there in the final drive to the wire. 3, Almastelis, 1 and last. Gavin Harris picks up the ride. Once his horse continues to improve, I think Almastelis will also have a fighting chance. 5, Global Pursuit, very disappointing horse, came out with high expectation. Global Pursuit has not lived up to those expectations. I think his horse had some issues. Hopefully, Jason should straighten out these problems, and of such, an improved run is expected from Global Pursuit. So let's see which Global Pursuit will turn up comes Thursday. Enthusiasm is another one that has not lived up to expectation. I think this horse has been reprogrammed. So let's see what Enthusiasm will do. Also, Rico didn't run as expected as last. I tipped this one to win based on the fact that Rico exercise and works so well coming into that race. However, that did not materialize, and of such, this one finished way down the track. Was beaten by Don Quezzy and Stable Companion on that day. Going over the straight now, I think Rico. This is a much easier assignment for this one. And I'm going to take Rico as my firm choice. 5-star banker, this one. To beat horse number 6, Enthusiasm. For third, I'm going to go with Lurking Horse, number 1, Miss Grove. And for fourth, 5, Global Pursuit. Rounding off 3, Almasty List. Race 5, so open claiming. Optional claiming 500 down to 400. This is Division 1, 5 furlong straight, 11 declared. I'm going to go with 3 of them. 1, Irish Wish. 6, Phoenix Risen. 11, Sipping on Sunshine. Irish Wish is ours, 1 and last. Devin Foster has the leg up now. Although coming from post position 1, but Irish Wish has a lot of speed. Should be able to come across and find himself in a challenging position and should fight all the way to the end. Very speedy horse. 6, Phoenix Risen on back class. This horse will blow these away. I think this horse is very fit right now. Demar Williams picks up the ride. Phoenix Risen is a 5 straight specialist. So don't underestimate Phoenix Risen. Will be fighting all the way to the end. 11, Sipping on Sunshine. This horse is the lurking horse in this race. Coming to this level, I think Sipping on Sunshine has speed, and if decides to run, put her best foot forward, this one could create an upset in this race. I'm going to take horse number 6, Phoenix Risen, Demar Williams, to get the better of horse number 1, Irish Wish, and for third, the lurking horse, number 11, Sipping on Sunshine. Good run is expected from Happy Force with Bebito Harvey. So too Bugatti, but Bugatti continues to shorten in her races. Race 6, Division 2, optional claiming 500 down to 400, 5 straight, field of 12. I think this race is a little more competitive than Division 1, so I'm going to take 5 of them. Yes, I'm going to go with 5 of them. 6, Radam. 7, Jaguar. 8, Magical Mood. 9, Tap It Good. 11, First Offense. 6, Radam. This horse doesn't have much early speed, but has a late kick and with some speed up front, a lot of speed up front. I think Radam is good enough to catch them in deep stretch. 7, Jaguar. This is the class horse in this race. If Jaguar report even 80% sound, Jaguar will blow these away. But Jaguar too sometimes tend to shorten in his races. But if all goes well, he's faster than these. I think Jaguar could hold it all the way to the end. 8, Magical Mood, has been getting fitter and fitter. Ran some very useful race, very consistent. This level, Magical Mood has speed, has pace, can lead, can come from off the pace. Very versatile horse. Watch out for Magical Mood to be right there. 9, Tap It Good, has been improving with each and every run. It's getting fitter and fitter. The last 3 races, this horse has shown that he has improved and is holding his gallop much better. Sam Gordon calls up now. Watch out for Tap It Good. This one could be the upsetter in this race. And horse number 11, First Offense. This is the lurking horse. Dane Dawkins picks up the ride. Come down to this level. I think First Offense has a good turn of foot. Can lead, but most of the time tend to come from off the pace. And with some speed up front, with likes of Jaguar, Magical Mood, Tap It Good, I expect First Offense to be closing and closing fast, and it's good enough to catch them. As I said, this race is very competitive, but I want to stick with horse number 7, Jaguar, to get the bet of the improving horse number 9, Tap It Good. Then for third, the lurking horse number 11, First Offense. For fourth, number 6, Radam will be running on. And for fifth, 8, Magical Mood. Can go either way, but I'm going to stick with Jaguar, who I think has a little bit more class than these. Race 7, Mackay Security Limited Trophy, claiming 350 down to 250. 7 Furlong, 13 declared. I'm going to narrow this race down to 2 horse. Yes, 2 horse. 6, Great Trick, Tevin Foster. 12, Lion of Ekati, Ryan Lewis. 6, Great Trick. This horse is the lurking horse in this race. Great Trick race amongst better horses. It's getting fitter with each run. Finished third and last. And I expect Great Trick to go one better in this race. There are a lot of suspects here. There are some horses that are very slow. There are some horses that are very short runners. So Great Trick has an easy assignment of getting the better of the favorite in this race. Speaking about the favorite, that is horse number 12, Lion of Ekati. Seems to be a change of horse. Lion of Ekati used to be a run-on horse, used to be way off the pace. Of late, Lion of Ekati has been early up in the pace, has been leading in some races. The total change of horse, and I expect Lion of Ekati to continue on winning ways. So I'm going to take horse number 12, Lion of Ekati. Very hard horse to beat, to get the better of horse number 6, the lurking horse, Great Trick. So if Lion of Ekati doesn't put every foot right, I think Great Trick will capitalize on that opportunity. So 12, Lion of Ekati to beat 6, Great Trick. Good run is expected from horse number 1, the Love of God, and also number 2, Bad Investment with Radish Roman in the irons. Moving on to race 8, it's a Miracle Man Cup. It's open allowances. 7 Furlong, 9 declared. I'm going to boil this race down to 4 horse. On paper, Offer Revolution looks like more standout horse here, but I think you will get competition from 3 other horses. And of such, the other 3 horses are 1, Digital One, 7, Gervano, 9, Wall Street Trader. Digital One, 5th in the Multi Mile on last. Could say ran a good race there because the race was very competitive. So Digital One now amongst these kind of horses, Dane Dawkins in the iron, Digital One should be right there and should fight all the way through. 6, Offer Revolution. This horse seems to be a very classic horse. I tip this one to win on that day. This horse beat Desert of Malibu, and of such, Offer Revolution, once this horse continues to improve, as I said, seems to be a very classic horse. This is the one I think they will all have to beat. Radish Roman, stick with the ride. 7, Gervano. It was my favorite horse, but I wouldn't say ran a disappointing race because that race in the Mute Mile was very competitive. At least 5 horses could have won that race on Mute Mile Day. Ride All Day came out to be the most outstanding on that day. So Gervano ran, I would say, the race that she could run on that day. However, back now, it's a much easier assignment. We'll have some pace up front. Gervano will be closing up and should be in the top 2 or top 3 this time around. And is also good enough to win. Robert Halladine now in the irons. 9, Wall Street Trader. Now, very interesting horse here. Although carrying 126 pounds. If you could remember, some time ago, Wall Street Trader beat Legacy Isles. And you know, Legacy Isles continues to improve and is a total change of horse. So if Wall Street Traders report in that same frame of mind, which he displayed on that day when he beat Legacy Isles, Wall Street Trader could give Alpha Revolution something to think about. And while I'm going to tip Alpha Revolution, I think the race is going to be very close. Alpha Revolution will have to fight off one of these horses. They're going to have to fight off either Digital One or Gervano or Wall Street Trader. To a lesser extent, Interesting Times Ahead, who seems to back to himself, ran a very good race on last and seems to be back to himself. But I'm going to stick with number 6, Alpha Revolution, to get the better of number 9, Wall Street Trader. He's the lurking horse in this race. For third, number 7, Gervano, and for fourth, number 1, Digital One. Any one of these horses can upset Alpha Revolution. Good run is expected from number 5, Interesting Times Ahead. Moving on to race 9, this is an Appreciation Day Trophy, overnight allowance horses, 9 furlong and 25 yards. I'm going to boil this race down to 3 hours. 12 declared, I'm going to boil it down to 3. 3, Brenda Boy. 6, Sistrian Treasure, who is the lurking horse in this race. 11, Sheer Delight. 3, Brenda Boy has been a change of horse of late. Brenda Boy usually comes from off the pace, and I've noticed Brenda Boy been very early in his races, finds the lead pretty early of late, and as such, going 9 and 25, I'm willing to give Brenda Boy a chance of winning this race. Robert Halladine stick with the ride. 6, Sistrian Treasure. This is the lurking horse in this race. I think Sistrian Treasure race amongst better horses has been knocking at the door for quite some time now. I think this is a much easier assignment for Sistrian Treasure. There is not much pace in this race, and I expect Sistrian Treasure to go right to that lead. And I think this is the one they will all have to catch. 11, Sheer Delight will enjoy 9 and 25. Race amongst better horses. Finished third on the last occasion. Christopher Mandy, you know, is a very strong rider, very competent rider. Will have Sheer Delight in a striking position. And I think Sheer Delight is the horse to beat here. Although Sistrian Treasure seems to as an easy task. I'm going to take horse number 11, Sheer Delight, to catch the long-time leader, horse number 6, Sistrian Treasure, and for third, number 3, Brenda Boy. Look for good run from horse number 9, Captain Sparrow, with the champion. Can never leave a champion out of anything. Also, a good run is expected from Pretty Perfect with the Canterman. But Sheer Delight, number 11 to beat Sistrian Treasure. That's it from racing fans. Continue to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Best of luck. All the best for 2026. See you at the races.